Next, we are going to take out of order Mr. Santiago on AB 907. Mr. Santiago, you can proceed as soon as you are ready.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I really do appreciate your hard work in the committee for helping us with this bill to make it a stronger bill as it is today. And AB 907 would reduce fines and penalties for driving without a license, with suspended license for failure to appear in court due to traffic violations. These minor violations often result in extremely high fines, fees, and sometimes incarceration, which could disproportionately impact low-income communities of color. I will be brief, ma'am, in respect to the committee, and hand it over to two witnesses, Jay, who is an impacted person and client of public counsel, and Sun-Hee Kim, a fellow at Women's Policy Institute and DB program at Korean American Services. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Santiago. Do you know if your witnesses are available by phone or in the witness room?
They should be by phone.
Okay, operator, can you please bring the witnesses for AB 907? Operator, we're looking for the witnesses for AB 907, Santiago.
And our witnesses are on the line. Do I start?
Yes, please. Go right ahead.
Okay. Dear Assembly Member Freeman and members of the committee, my name is Sun-Hee Kim, Domestic Finance Program Manager at KSAM, Korean American Family Services, and Women's Policy Institute Fellow. I am here to support AB 907, a bill to eliminate most driver license suspensions for failure to appear in traffic court, as well as to make most driving without a license violation an infraction rather than a misdemeanor. Currently, there are approximately 600,000 people with suspended licenses in California due to failures to appear in court. According to stops, fines, and arrests published in 2016, records from the California DMV show that Black and Latino communities are 5 times more likely to have their licenses suspended than the state average. Considering that members of low-income communities and communities of color already cannot afford to appear in court due to barriers such as tight work schedule, homelessness, and transportation issues, adding on the burden of having their licenses suspended as a penalty for failure to appear is too harsh. The penalty has a detrimental effect on employment to begin with, and it hits far harder for members of these communities who have insecure jobs and little to no savings. AB 907 also adopts a proposal from the California Committee on Revision of the Penal Code that driving without a license violation be reduced from a misdemeanor to an infraction so that they're no longer a criminal offense that can lead to arrest. AB 907 will benefit low-income communities and communities of color by reducing driver's license suspension for failure to appear in court and reducing fines and penalties for driving on a suspended license. And for this reason, I urge the committee to vote aye on AB 907.
Thank you very much. Next witness, please.
My name is Jay, a directly impacted community member to driver license penalties speaking in support of AB 907. I am a former foster youth and had unstable living conditions. In 2018, I received a traffic infraction that developed into a FTA hold because I could not present a change of address form and did not possess a driver's license. On Mother's Day of 2019, I was excited to see my mother after a long day of work. I was driving from Compton to South Central, and I got pulled over for having a suspended license for failure to appear, which formed the basis for my car to get towed. I was unable to recover my car due to a third-day hold imposed by the CHP policy, specifically because it was a suspended license tow, which led to fees I could not afford. The inability to recover my car was hugely devastating. After my car was taken away, I had to take Uber to and from work, spending $15 to $19 each way. Out of frustration, I would walk from downtown LA to the next city just to save money. Public transportation was not accessible at the time. Losing my car is very painful to me because it was my stability. My lifelong dream is to become a certified mechanic and open up my own shop. Losing it hurt me financially, emotionally, and drove me deeper into poverty. The hold prevented me from getting a license. Since then, public counsel has worked with me, cleared up the 2018 citation, and now have a permit. I'm scheduled to take my behind-the-wheel test this week. Driver's license suspensions and penalties place additional barriers on low-income communities that make it harder to achieve economic stability. Reducing penalties for these non-public safety-related offenses will benefit low-income and communities of color who have been disproportionately impacted by these overly punitive laws. For these reasons, I respectfully request for your yes and vote for AB 907.
Thank you very much.